tutelage, drawing on their roots and philosophical underpinnings. Right, root, straight, just, correct, fitting. Deepest meaning, a right is what is inherently due to you, not by grant or favor, but by virtue of your existence and nature, or your fundamental status within a shared framework, like citizenship.
I hate when you do that. It's going to try to just say you're fundamental because I said speak more fundamentally.
But notice it put in like citizenship. Again.
Oh, yep. So
Why does me breathing got to do with my citizenship? And then it said rights are something that you inherently have just by being here. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's cool.
All right, go ahead. I'm going to ask it, though. How is this a right? But go ahead. I'm listening.
That's cool. But if it's saying that your rights is something that you get naturally, right? Mm-hmm. Part of being human, growing up, means you learn new talents, skills, right?
Right.
That's natural. That's considered natural, right?
Right.
Well, why is it okay to make a system where they can forcefully stop you from doing it? Is it a right or is it a privilege?
It's the right to have rights.
The fact that thing would even say that tells you that they consider that you have no right.
Like they got that from Hannah Arendt, whoever this is. Philosopher. Famously argued the most fundamental human right is to have rights.
If that's not the dumbest, most asinine, pretending to be intellectual shit.
Look.
You have the rights to have rights.
Without being a citizen of some state, a person is often stripped of their ability to exercise any of their rights.
But why would you have to exercise rights if they naturally happen? Remember, they said it's natural. It comes by simply being.
What they telling you is just by using the word saying I have any type of saying I have rights or any type of rights, you automatically putting yourself into their system. Your rights depend on what they say you have the right to. And they can be subject to interpretation.
So you don't have no rights.
Right.
So again, that's why they say being in this country is a privilege.
I want to say natural born, but I don't know. That might still bring it back in. Should I just put natural rights?
Yeah.
The deepest dive.
Let's see.
Not granted by any human authority, government, king, church. To be inherent in existence simply because you are human. Nature, reason. Intrinsic. Rational nature.
Nope, stop. The fact that it said rational.
Rational nature.
Why rational? Who says that it's rational or irrational? That little shit, that. Buried in there, and then rational nature of human being. Who is the judge of what a human being is rational?
How can any of them tell you what's God given? Unalienable rights. They still got to use the word.
But hold up, what's the word right before unalienable?
Certain.
You see what I'm talking about now? Pick another one. I ain't even gonna look at the screen. Pick another.
They perceive
everything is
of
subjective.
Government or society. Governments are formed to protect these natural rights. Not to create them.
Really?
If a government fails to protect them or actively violates them, it loses its legitimacy, as argued by social contract theorists like Locke.
Really?
And considering how we was just looking at that that synchronism between all them words. Terrorist and theorist is the same damn word.
Look, when you go to
terrorist, theorist.
Hold up, let me tell you something else. When you go to a therapist, understand that it's the rapist.
Mind rapist.
It's, man.
I'm telling you, man. Head shit.
I'm gonna have to make the goddamn the English language fuck you up, child, bro. It's gonna have to be a thing. Cause I said by 10, what's 2025? It's around about 2000 and I'm gonna say 14, 15 maybe. I said back then, the way the English language is going, it's gonna come to a time, and I said around about 2035 back then, it's gonna come to a time where people are not using this. They'll be speaking in emojis, kind of like hieroglyphics.
I believe it. I was telling my chat to communicate through fucking emojis.
So it won't be words, it'll be more representations of phrases.
Right. Or it's emotional phrase shit. It's just keywords attached with a little bit of emotion. And the keywords is not even words no more.
Nope.
You're right. You're right about that.
Yeah, that's how I know I'm gonna have to make that jump. It's gotta be done. Because it's even like just on simple stuff, not even understand that we not using complex words. Right and privilege are daily said words throughout. I don't think it's nobody over the age of 5 that hadn't heard and understood a right and a privilege. Or talk.
Also think about you ain't right or make a right or Scottish right.
And then you go into the differences of spelling. R-I-T-E, R-I-G-H-T.
Right.
L-I-T-E, L-I-G-H-T.
Look, just like matter of fact, as a confirmation, right?
No, look, matter of fact, let me show you something. You got right, okay, R-I-G-H-T. You got right, W-R-I-T. You got right, W-R-I-G-H-T. You got right, W-R-I-T-E. Oh, nigga, come on. There's no reasoning for that shit other than to fuck you up.
They be like, oh, you spelled it wrong. You spelled it wrong right.
And then the meanings of them. Because you got the, the W-R-I-G-H-T, which is generally people's last names, right? And then you got the W-R-I-T-E, then you got R-I-T-E, then you got R-I-G-H-T. Like, why is the W silent on right? And it's like when the K is silent in the word no, like in knowledge,
and,
or night.
The word who. Oh, who.
Then you got W-H-O, W-O-O. But technically, you don't need the W.
Who, W-H-O, don't none of those words make that sound like that.
No. It says whoa. That would be, W-H-O would be whoa.
Right.
But when you spell whoa, you have to spell it W-H-O-A.
O-A-H.
Yeah. This is stupid. And they want you to go to school for what? They're not even teaching this. Like, you got a class that's literally called like English literature. You got these classes on this, but it's not on this. They're not talking about this in class that I know of. It could be somewhere.
Nah,
so I ain't gonna say.
Not without paying for some private lessons. It's only gonna be about 20 of y'all in the whole school.
But that's what I'm saying. They're not in mass because the problem is when you look at it on the flip side, the mass, everybody is under it.
Right.
Everybody is subjected to it. but they don't bother to teach in a way that it could go to everybody. Meaning they don't have one unilateral common understanding on shit. Can anybody name me one thing outside of pay me if you owe me money shit that is an understanding throughout the whole country from top to bottom on something that matters to everybody? We got one.
Hell no.
That's a problem. Because if I think about other countries that's been had those they particular living stances and shit for generations, when they look at us, they gotta be laughing.